I'm pretty chill. One thing I do,
we're live.
I
take it quick. Like for me, I'm gonna be honest. When I say like I'm doing something, I'm actually like boom, boom, boom. Like I'm such like I catch people off guard sometimes. I truly do. I feel like I catch people off guard.
No, it's all right. I like it.
Hell yeah. Do you guys like my Post Malone profile photo? I'm into it.
I like it.
He's got like a Dorito guitar.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, is that a pizza slice or? But yeah, a Dorito, definitely.
So, welcome YouTube Reject. It's the first time we've ever interacted on my channel, like in regards of you coming onto your stream. So I'm excited to have you here. You guys, she's got a link in the description box below, and at the end of the video, I'm going to add a few more videos that we've talked about that are on topic, so you guys can check them out. Subscribe to her. Go like up her stuff. Yeah.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Absolutely. And I don't plan to monetize this video, so yes, I am going to be playing a little tiny bit of music, like just one song. So if you guys hear some craziness in the back, that's because the music. Oh my God, I have to be honest. I checked out Queen's rap video. What? Like, I'm sorry,
I've heard that shit too. I heard a few songs because I was hanging out in Nexus shit, and he was reviewing them, and I don't even know what he was saying because I was laughing so hard. It's like some female juggalo.
And there's Queen. Being honest. Yeah, it's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for her. Like, I'm all about talent, but girl, there's no talent in that. It just sounds like you're on drugs or something.
It does sound kind of like, yeah, it does sound like she's on something.
Yeah, I was like a little bit like you got too drunk or something like that, and you thought you were like Eminem or something. Like, you could tell she was probably watching 8 Mile or some shit, and then all of a sudden she's like, I can do it. Oh my God, the Step Up videos. What were the Step Up videos? The Step Up movies. Do you remember as a kid after watching one of those movies, you're just like, I can fucking dance, bitch. I can dance. You know that shit was going through your mind. Because I know it was going.
Hold on, you're cutting out a little.
Now but you know, okay, so let me get into it really quickly. Okay, Queen posted on her community page today saying that I can't remember what she was saying, accusing me of, but having anything to do with low-cal. Okay, first off, I've never even searched low-cal in my existence at all. I don't give a crap about low-cal. I don't give a crap what's on low-cal. And then second, why don't you sit there and provide any proof, you feeble little dweeb? Like, I'm so sick and tired of you coming up with these like quackadackle, accusations of me and never having any legitimate, undeniable, and I'm talking undeniable proof that it happened. I'm not saying you can fake a screenshot and I'm just going to be like, oh yeah, that was me, guys. No, that's not how it's going to go. Like, you better come with undeniable proof. And the reason I'm even saying that is because I know you don't have it. So obviously I'm not going to sit there and say, I definitely go and, prove it when I'm scared at all, personally. So go ahead, try to fake up some stuff. It's just going to take more time out of your life. And at that point, I'm just like, if you're stupid enough to, spend all your time and all your day, pretty much just wasting it on, inventing a whole different reality that's not even true on me, then, I think I've won here.
I just read the comment.
She said you doxed her every day. Oh my God. So yeah, I'm never gonna account. First off, everybody who knows me knows I'm crazy about people who dox. Like, I get crazy when somebody doxes. Like, I've been doxed before and I get fucking crazy. Like, so no. Yeah, there's no chance to do that. Never, ever, ever. All she does is repeat herself like a deranged parrot and thinks she says it's enough and it will become the truth. Yeah, so she was one of the 10 people who literally will believe their own lies, you know, and it's just, that's a mental problem. That's a disorder, honey. Like, you need to go get some help, because in the reality, like the actual sad reality of the situation, she's probably really going through like mental stuff if she really believes all this other, you know, crazy stuff that she makes up about people. There is no differentiation between reality and that scenario. And so how could she truly ever intake any opinion or, you know, just really generally anything without immediately assuming the worst that her brain can come up with in any given scenario?
I wonder though, I haven't had any dealings with her. I've heard a lot about her. I have YouTube acquaintances that have dealt with her, whatever. But I wonder, this is just another just question mark, but
Yeah.
I almost wonder if she is more self-aware than she's putting on, and she's trolling and she's acting like she's serious, but she knows she's not, like, just to get it, like, to basically to be an attention whore troll, basically.
Yeah.
Attention whore troll, you know. I don't know, but at the same time, like, I do wonder, is she as deranged as she seems, or is she doing this all for attention in YouTube? And but a lot of people really do think she's deranged, just because anyone that's dealt with her more leans that way. So it does make me think maybe she is unstable for real.
Yeah.
I used to think she was just trolling, honestly. Before I heard more and more, I used to think she was pretending to be this, you know, because I mean, there are people that do this for attention, and I thought she was one of those kind of people that was acting all serious, but she was just giggling away because she was getting her name all over the place.
Yeah, so for me, it's a common occurrence with many, many people. And I used to think like that she was being super serious, like when she would say people were like doing things wrong because she seemed like she had proof, but when she never delivers any proof or anything like that, and then she just uses the same excuses for every person, it's truly disturbing to me, because it's like you really have an issue if you are having the same problem with like more than 5 people. I would say give or take, you know, each like situation, but in regards to like who every encounter ends up having these type of like comments and how they describe similarities and common denominators with every experience, and it's like not, and she gets it in her head that everybody's like conspiring against her when that's not actually at all what's ever happened. In fact, some people that even have come together underneath her like, you know, harassment and craziness is that they don't even like each other sometimes. So like that,
I was gonna say the creators that have brought her up have been very different, so that is an interesting thing, and I think that does hold some, like, that is a good point to bring up, because I think it makes it more legitimate if you look at everybody affected, and if they are very different, and like you said, I've noticed that too. Some of them, they don't get along or anything. This isn't like a big ploy against her, which is even funny because that's what she's bitching about in the first place. But yeah, it doesn't check out really when you look at each thing, like each person that's dealt with her.
Exactly. You know, and that's a little disturbing. I'm not even going to try to lie. I'm going to read some comments and then try really quick. Did you see her live this morning? She was flying off the handle with the mute button on. No one could hear her. That's kind of sad, actually. Like, I've had some glitches before in the past, but damn, I tried to get it on stream. Like, there was one time, okay, so I didn't know how to use Google Hangouts for a long time because I always had an iPhone, so I always dealt with, like, you know, fucking, what the fuck, FaceTime. So I never really had to do any of the other stuff. And so when I first was on YouTube, like getting, you know, hate and backlash, I was so stupid, dudes. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I literally like didn't even know how to put the fucking microphone on. I was like, what is happening? I felt so dumb. And I did that all in front of people live. So it was embarrassing as hell. But like we lived, we wrote, we learned. I made sure though, at that point, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna study all this. Like, but let's see. Whenever she asks for proof, she doesn't say I have provided it, yet there are no receipts. So yeah, she's just one of those people that are just like, you know, providing like the incentive to give proof, but never actually comes through with any of it. Because like honestly, I would love to see the stupid, like craziness of whatever she would come up with in regards to the statement she said on her YouTube channel, like in the last hour or so. I would love to see her come up with anything that's on topic that isn't misconstrued that I can't prove elsewhere. Like, this is ridiculous at this point. She has attacked me for 2 years, and it took one time of responding to anything she's ever said, and a continual like recent attacks. And then she literally, goes off the handle. And it's like, you could have like come to me and talked to me like a decent human being. You could have like done any of those things. I'm not saying I would have answered you, but at least you could have said that you did it on your side. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to answer people. I don't have to, accept every DM just because you think that I'm supposed to accept every DM. If I don't want to talk to you, I don't have to block you not to talk to you. You know what I mean? Like, there's settings on Discord that you can just like pretty much handle that. But then when people come out of their way and they like accuse you of doing stuff like that, it's like, no, I've never blocked you. You obviously can comment on my channel. I've never sat there and played into the stupid problematic game that, ensues after, a little bit of a issue, or just, I wouldn't even be as nice to say that this is like a miscommunication. I'd say this is just me responding to downright harassment, like, period. I'm not going into this girl's life. I don't even know her real name. I don't care to know her. Everybody says like she's got stuff out there. I don't give a crap to know about it. I could give a crap less what happens to her, like, in her outside life, as long as she is, like, a decent person and she's mentally well. That's okay. Like, I don't wish harm on anybody. So it's bullshit. But moving on to kind of what brought us together in a funny situation. What was it? Who's that freaking little asshole on YouTube? What's his fucking name? Jeffrey or Michaels? What is it?
I forgot. Zachary Michaels.
Zachary Michaels. Yeah, I couldn't even name, boo. If you remember your damn name. Oh, that's actually great. Screw you.
Sorry, that was people. Good. Forgot his name.
I was like, I don't know this bitch. Like,
he even addressed you directly, and you forgot his name. That's funny. Oh exactly. My gosh.
I don't really pay much attention to like that situation. Okay, so I did a video a long time ago. A lot of you guys have seen it. Some people have trolled it. Some people have like given me some good advice on there, and then I've given good advice. I feel like I got a topic. If you look at the video on topic, it's on topic. It's not going to be a generalization of all of the mukbang community. It's not going to be a generalization of what you should do to AmberlynnReid or how you should judge AmberlynnReid or the people that he covers, because he's quite frankly an asshole. And I'll be honest with it.
Yeah, when I found him, when I first found his channel, this was a while back, and he used to do parody cooking videos. He would do like recipes of food that Amberlynn had cooked on her channel. And when he started, I mean, it was just a little parody, whatever. And honestly, who gives a fuck, right? He was just cooking. It was funny, and he just kind of was like, is this going to be as bad as it looks? And you know what? Sometimes he did say, oh, this actually isn't that bad. So I didn't mind, because he was being honest when he made the things. And then there was, obviously, as you go along, you get more popular, whatever. And then there was this shift, and then he started to do more of the reacting and the commentary and everything. And there was a shift in his attitude, and then he started to get into the cool kid club, right? And then he became more and more of a, I mean, I don't even know what to call him. He just became like snarky and bitchy and mean and
a bully, because he likes to play it off like he's doing a service to people. I'm not saying that there is validity behind his choice of content. I'm saying it's still fucking wrong. Like, you're sitting there and you are literally judging somebody. Like, the thing that made me do a video, and I'm going to be honest, was when it had nothing to do with her diet in a video that I watched of him. It had nothing to do with her life choices, but it had everything to do with the choice of color of shirt that she had to wear. I said, that's too much, dude. You're not, that's too fucking much, man. It gets me fired up. It's like, look at your fucking ass, you dumb motherfucker. Look at you. Sitting there and you're fucking like, you're not any better. So why
didn't do anything right? That's the truth. It literally, they will hate them for anything. And like you're saying, down to like the shirt they're wearing. It is an excuse to just hate somebody.
Hate on them to get views. And that's where I have been attacking greedy as people from the beginning because I found it to just be greedy and disgusting. It's like you sit there and you pretend to be innocent. Bye. You're not innocent in this game. You're not innocent. If you're on YouTube, you're never just gonna do everything like right. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna say things maybe that you regret. If you're especially if you post videos as often and you have commentary. If you're just making like films and like animation, okay, I can see how you could avoid these type of things. But like there's tons of other things that you can do to avoid any type of like flashback or anything like that. But really, you're on YouTube and you can't sit there and say maybe a few times like, hey, I was wrong for saying that. Because like when he responded to me, he never said, yeah, I can see your point. But I said to him, I can see your point here and here and there. And, you know, you have potential. I said that in the video. I was like, you have potential to be like much better than this. I just think you're rude.
I saw the video and I didn't see that he commented toward you, but your video, you were being really, you know, you're actually being really super nicer than you even had to be. And he was, I don't know, he's a little asshole back, you know, snarky little bitch. And that's what he does.
Yeah, and like it didn't have to be like that because I get it. I guess now more than I did then because back then I didn't understand like the algorithm and how people use it to obviously like get money and get more views to get more money and sponsorships and all of that stuff. And so I was a little more blindsided back then, but it just further proves how greedy he is and how horrible he has been to people that, you know, if he were to talk to in real life, would he say the same things? I doubt it.
Oh, no. You know? He seems like he'd be a pussy in real life.
Exactly. And it's
also, I do want to say whenever I guest on people's thing, like, yeah, we're two separate individuals. So if I ever say anything, I'm behaving today. I'm being good today. But you know, sometimes I'll get on panel. You know how it is when people are just like, if you're on panel, they just assume you're the same person, you know. But I mean, we do have this commonality about Zachary Michael and all this, but it's just, I just want to say, if I say anything, don't blame her for it, but I'm being good.
Oh, same. I hate when that happens. Like I say my own shit and it really gets me into trouble sometimes.
Well, I'm not the most PC person, but I'm also not going to say anything on somebody's panel. Like I'm not like that, but with Zachary, he just like I think he changed a lot with the popularity and with the views, and it's interesting because there are reactors where you can, and in that community that are very emotionally invested because they have their own issues they're not dealing with, and it's obvious with Zachary Michael. It's not like that, and I do think a lot of it, his drive comes more for the popularity and views. They all care about that. I'm just saying, I don't think there's a deeper level with him. He did lose like a little bit. He wasn't ever big, but he did lose a little. I will give him points for that because like the reactions, you never see even the bigger ones lose anything. So he did actually care to do that. So it's like props to him for that. But it's not like it made him any better. Really, he's still. Oh, I'm forgetting what I was going to say about him, but he's very much of the kind of commentary that reads into the most minute things and runs away with it. He will create a whole scenario and argue against it. A lot of these Hater Nation people do this, actually. They'll assume a position for the girls when they have never like even spoken about a specific thing. They will assume an argument for the girls and then argue against it, but it's never happened. It's not even in reality. It's wild. You guys have to check it out. It's so crazy. But he really plays on the moral high ground. He's very much of like a freaking SJW to the max, but he doesn't. It's all just virtue signaling with nothing to back it up. And this is what bothers me about that community. They all assume this moral high ground. This is why I'm very careful with, well, with my stuff, I never say or claim to be a good person. Well, I mean, I try to be a good person in my real life, whatever, but on my channel, I make it a point to not talk like that. And even I got some comments talking about even trying to be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, you don't watch my shit, because I always say, I'm not out here pretending to be a saint. I'll probably offend you at some point. You know, if you treat me like a human and address me, I'll take care of you for it. But I
love that. I love that, because you know that's how I try to keep things with myself as well.
Yeah, and honestly, to be completely honest, I may apologize sometime for offending somebody, but if I'm not actually sorry, I'm not going to apologize for a certain thing. It really is case by case, but there's this whole culture now of you must apologize and demanding apologies. It's insincere. What's the freaking point if somebody isn't really sorry? I do think there's this problem of putting pressure on people to always apologize, and it doesn't actually inspire growth. It really just makes people like just apologize to get people off their back. And all of this demanding apology, this is why all these YouTuber apologies are crap, and why we see their behavior and never changes, because really they're just doing it to get off people's back. And honestly, you can't blame them a lot of the time to try and just get all the harassment. Not saying, it really depends what the YouTuber has done, right? There's some that truly are shit people, but
oh yeah.
But I see it even in minute things too.
Case per case. I will talk to anybody who has a decent respect for a conversation and a human being. Like, if you can come to me, like, honestly, and I can come to you, because there's been times I've had to go to people too. I'm not just saying people should just come to me. I'm saying I've had to go to people too. I always just keep respect at the foremost, because I've made mistakes before and I haven't done that before, and it does no good. And so this is just time. I've been on YouTube for I don't even know how long now, 4 years or something like that.
Yeah.
But, you know, on and off, of course. But
I was going to say, I've been on for probably 4 years with a break in between, because my old channel was a couple years. This channel, well, no, not 4, 3. I'd say 3. I took a hiatus in the middle.
Yeah, I took a hiatus right after my son was born. So, yeah. And I took a hiatus before because I was just doing my thing, man. And that's okay, because I didn't have a super big obligation. So, I like to just post things when I'm happy. But at the same time, I've always just tried to keep it 100 in that regard. Maree, hi, Maree.
Hey.
We had so much fun last night. Did you enjoy your wine?
Oh my, I wasn't looking at the screen, so when I heard, I didn't know if you're just saying hi to her in chat, so when I heard Marie, no. Luckily I'm familiar with your voice, because if I wouldn't have been, it would have been kind of, I probably would have jumped or something, just bullshit.
I'm going to be honest, guys, I'm not the best stream host, but you know what? It's
no,
okay.
I love it. I love shit that. If you can keep me on my toes is awesome, because people are predictable and boring. So
yeah, you know what I love to be? Unpredictable. I love to be unpredictable. It's my favorite thing ever. Can't even deny it.
So this girl that you guys are talking about, I don't understand how she got so famous.
Okay, I don't know either. I'm gonna be honest.
TV show or anything, or
no, it wasn't on a TV show. She just, it was a weight loss journey at first, and then she was doing really good for a very long time. She was actually losing weight for a long time, and you could see it in her face and things like that. And she's been up and down throughout the years. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not mad at her personality. I think she's funny. Her personality is funny. But what I also don't agree with is sometimes she really cannot commit, and that's the part of the eating disorder that she has, the binge eating and things like that. And so I think that she needs to be actively going to therapists, and she's been on and off with therapists. So really it's just about commitment to herself, and you can't force that on anybody. And the more she's gonna get, the more she's gonna hurt as a person, and then she's gonna do bad things like eating and stuff like that. So that's part of the disorder.
Well, I say when I talked about when I started to change gears, because I used to do reactions of her actually, but what I started to say is like, it's not just about people having, because I get it can be hard to watch somebody going through that, but it's the fact of the matter that they will sit there and nitpick every little thing. All they are is negative. She can't do anything right. And they will go about like going into her real life, making all these rumors and conspiracies. They've literally reduced her ex to like, they were saying, oh, he was just a fetish for her because he's an African guy, and they dated for like 5 years. You can't have a long-term relationship like that unless you're actually in love at one point.
Okay, let's break to a really beautiful cultural thing. I love I've been around somebody from Africa, and they're just like the coolest. Like, I love the culture, the things they teach you, like the songs. It's so beautiful. Oh my God. And they don't judge women like here in the United States. So I'm not saying that wasn't a possibility. They don't judge them like based off of like their body size or anything like that. And that's so beautiful to me, because like, fuck that stupid
but appreciating people doesn't mean fetishizing them. They literally they're being more offensive than anything could ever, because they're the ones that came up with that, and really they dated for like 5 years. You can't have a long-term relationship like that if it's just something like that. But anyway, this is the way they are. Though that's an example. That's one example. They do this with everything. And the thing is, they are very emotional about her. And a lot of the time, here's the thing, Chantel is a scapegoat and a punching bag for anything in their life they're running from that they don't want to address themselves. And I did a video called, I think it was What's Wrong with Hater Nation, or Addressing What's Wrong in Hater Nation. And even I brought up why I started to react to her. And I even brought up a couple little things. And because my mother was obese, I saw a lot of mistreatment toward her. And when I was realizing, like, because I was trying to come at it, not to say my reactions were like pure whatever. I'm sure I was horrible too. But I did have empathy, and I tried to come at it from more of just kind of joking around, but also talking real talk. I would even bring up my mom, things like that. But then when I started seeing the comments that I was just the community aspect of like the kind of people that were commenting, the kind of people in the community, how they didn't have empathy and all this, even though part of why I did open up about my mom was to show like you can look at someone's actions and not agree with them, but have empathy for somebody. And I started to see all this, and that's why I changed the gears, because the problem with it too is it's not just people are reacting, they're on their communities, and the things they do in their communities is very toxic and it's very destructive. And a lot of the people, they don't even view them as people anymore, really. It's fine to like do anything to just take their personal information and share it. A lot of the big hater channels have a picture of Amber Lynn when she was 16 years old. Why the fuck does anyone have that? Why? That is creepy and weird.
Oh my God, you are. Oh, that's a different. Oh my God.
Yes.
That's a different scenario right there.
That's the tip of the iceberg. That's the freaking tip of the iceberg, dude.
I didn't know it went that deep, bro.
Oh yes.
Holy hell, that's actually like really sad.
Sounds miserable.
It is. And the thing is, a lot of these people, they are overweight themselves, or they've had eating disorders, even the opposite way. And like a lot of these people, and of course, that is sad for them, but they are putting that energy into all of this to avoid, to be in denial, because she makes them feel better about themselves. And having a mom that was overweight and things like that, and her always criticizing me or whatever, that did cause some. I don't have any. I wouldn't say I have any whatever eating disorder, but I have some tendencies that are not good, and it stemmed from that. So that was my personal thing, but it also, watching her reminded me some things of my mom. But the thing is, when I addressed it in my video, I wasn't trying to pretend like I'm better. Like I can't, like I was like, yeah, I started to recognize some things in watching this and started to, and it's just, it's not cool anymore. You know, it's just, even though I was trying to have a different motivations, and even though I did have empathy, I did not want to be a part of contributing to that and sharing subscribers with venomous snakes who are very disturbing what they're inspiring their viewers as well.
And I think, you know, that's what makes a difference between like that whole greed aspect of it. You know, some people call it ambition, some people call it greed. I would say it's a tipping scale. It's a little of both, I would say. And when the tipping scale kind of goes to more of the greed side, you really lose touch with your audience and the whole reason why you started. And that's, I have had experience with that too. I'll be honest. And so I never started, and that's what I wanted to get back to the root of, is I never started for the views. I never started for the money. I never started for any of that. I started because it was like a passion for me. And so I think that, you know, it's a good idea to try to always remain humble in these scenarios, in these situations, because I've seen that some YouTubers can be very great and gracious and informative and understanding and empathetic and everything like that, but then they lose touch with it over time. And it happens with almost every YouTuber I've watched, almost every single one, not every single one, but almost.
Yeah.
And so
some start just wanting to chase it, but yeah, there are people that get corrupted along the way. It just depends on the person. But if they started out a lot, like if they're yeah, I think with a lot of the reaction, well, you can kind of tell which reaction channels in that community, which ones do have an emotional tie and which don't. But yeah, it's a mix for sure.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. So another thing you wanted to talk about was what, Rich Life?
Oh, okay, hold on.
Gosh.
I am selling a desk and they've arrived. They were supposed to be here later. So can I take care of that really quick?
Yeah.
Sorry, I did not know this was not supposed to happen. But yeah, I'll be right back. I do want to talk about Rich Life. I really do. And I want to bring up like the things he said about Lisa and all this. All right, I'll be right back.
Oh man,
that's what's crazy. They went from like analyzing that girl's every food and calorie intake to even now her clothes. They have a problem.
Yeah, no, that's what really pissed me off so long ago. Zachary Michael, I was watching his content because at first he seemed like he was genuine. And I'll be honest, you know, he had good opinions. He was trying to give her advice. But then it changed. It changed from being a caring person to being a just downright mean ass motherfucker. And when he literally was just commentating on a video, it was like a Christmas vlog or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but she was putting on or organizing her makeup drawer, putting on makeup, something in her bathroom, right? And she had a pink like sweater in the background, and he pointed out the sweater and how like the clothes wouldn't work and how she like, and then she wore the sweater and he was just making fun of it, and it was horrible. And I thought, wow, that changed you being trying to be an informative person to being a downright asshole, you know?
Yeah. I've never understood any of it really with why people are, I mean, I guess it's a moneymaker. I don't know. Views and money. I don't know. Or maybe some people are concerned, but yeah, that's getting pretty bad if you're going to be like, oh my gosh, that shirt. Like, yeah.
Exactly. It went from like informative diet tips and all these other things, because she was right, like YouTube Reject, when she said that he did lose a little bit of weight. And so it went from all of that to, wow, you're ugly. Wow, you're this, that. And it's just
straight
like,
up that, yeah, that's
bullying.
Yeah, it is. It doesn't seem healthy.
Don't get me wrong. Like when somebody, like I said, I think it was the other night. If you were being attacked by somebody and you're defending yourself, it's a whole different situation. She never even responded to him, I don't think. So she never went out and attacked him. She never responded to him. But then he just continues to just bully her from the sidelines. I have a personal experience with like the first person we talked about on the stream. You know, she attacked me for a few years and I finally responded. So no, I don't feel guilty for it. I don't feel like anything I said was, you know, out of any sort of comparison to what she said about me and what she's still continuing today to say about me. So like, that's what I got to say to relate to that situation. Zachary Michael, he just honestly, I think really got greedy and fell for like the sub counts and the views that he was getting and the money that he thought he was getting from it and probably was getting from it. And he saw, you know, that dream he probably had as like a young person wanting to make it somewhere. And I just think that if he could acknowledge some like bad and negative things he said, things would turn around for his like overall person. He'd maybe grow and stuff. But he honestly just pisses me off with how he judges people when it's like, look at yourself. Like, come on.
Yeah, it seems extremely negative. Like,
oh yeah,
I don't know. Like that sounds really miserable. And I don't know how many subs he has or she has either, but there are some people that will go get really extreme to try to get a shout out from these YouTubers sometimes, like just like the first person you talked about, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Oh yeah, like, and I think that's all just they think that's cool.
Not to interrupt you guys, carry on, but I'm back.
Hello, did you get your desk?
I just made $100.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I've been posting on Facebook Marketplace just to get some extra money, and I actually just sold 2 things. That was crazy. They both arrived early. Anyway, I sold like 3 pairs of American Eagle pants that
oh my god,
they were I actually lost a little weight and then they were too big. So I got to sell those and they're like new. So I made a good chunk there. And
nice.
for any girl with a butt or like thighs, because I'm like small, but I got a butt. So if you're curvy, like American Eagle Next Level Stretch are the most comfortable. I'm not even like a name brand snob, but I do not buy any other pants.
That's all I have in my closet really. Like I bought a new pair of jeans the other day. I like splurged and they were like over $100. I had a little bit of buyer's remorse, I'm not even gonna lie. But they are so fucking cute. That's like the only pair of jeans I have in my closet right now that are not American Eagle. I'm gonna be honest. I'm wearing American Eagle fucking sweatpants right now, guys. I shit you not. I will show you my fucking tab.
They're comfortable.
Like, they are. Oh my god, they're so soft and squishy. Love it. But okay, so who else were we gonna talk about? It was Rick Life.
Yeah. Yes. I have thoughts of Rick Life.
It's ready, bitch. Yeah. You're ready for that.
I have thoughts about Rich Life. Okay. He is a piece
Can I point out how a little bit disturbing that was, though? I'm going to be honest. The way you said that was like kind of like horror movie status. You're like, I have thoughts about Rich Life.
Yeah, I can make my voice pretty scary if I want to. I just drop it a little lower, you know. But anyway, for one, he treats people like shit, even his own audience. He is like the definition of an e-beggar. And yes, he like when he was screaming at everyone and when he had the accident and then he expected people to just give him enough money. And he even turned down people because some people even offered to like give him a place to stay even. I was like, if somebody's in dire straits, they're going to be like at least grateful for an offer like that. He was just yelling at everybody. And then he's trying to say, oh, if everyone donates, what was it, $40 a piece, I can get another vehicle? Like, what the fuck?
Oh my God.
His own brother wouldn't even. Okay, here's the thing, man. I get family's messy. It's complicated, whatever. But when all of this is like when you see somebody being shitty and it's all coming together and then their family doesn't even fuck with them anymore, like it's just a perfect storm, right? It just kind of, So yeah, he's burned that bridge too many times.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the Lisa dynamic in the breakup there. Oh, fuck. Now, I know Lisa's like polarizing, controversial. A lot of people didn't like her, but I don't know. I like the way that he talked about her and the way that he made. She even said she didn't want their business out there before the main fights started happening. She even said she didn't want that shit out there, and he kept going with it. And then everyone was surprised when she was pissed off. I actually can't blame her for that. I would be flipping out myself. Like if I was dating someone or whatever, and something like a breakup or even just that weird and like you don't know if you're broken up yet or not, which happened with them for a little bit. And he was running his fucking mouth saying she gave bad head, saying her vagina is dry.
Okay. I think that is the worst thing. Don't bring your no. That just makes me, I'm not okay with that.
No.
Because you don't do that to people. You don't sit there and like bring out your dirty laundry in a relationship to the internet. You just keep that stuff to yourself. And you tell the person if you have a problem with it. Like you don't tell the internet. That's me.
That stuff was vile that he said about Lisa. God, I mean, even if you're gonna complain about, your breakup online or something on YouTube like he did, you're literally sharing the most personal information of a relationship.
Yep.
Yeah, you
by
don't
doing that. Like,
yeah,
exactly. You don't sit there and tell somebody like, "Oh my God, you literally are so,"
yeah.
I don't even want to even say it because it's so disrespectful. And I'm not going to say that Lisa Lynn hasn't caused some trouble herself. I'm not saying that at all. She does. She's got some like ass issues, but at the same time, like it's not fair to do that to somebody. And I've always agreed with that in the scenario. Like I don't care if it's the worst YouTuber ever in the world. Like I still would just hope that their partners kept their stuff, on the DL.
Well, didn't you hear about you guys will know because you're in the community over there. It reminded me also of the Cruiser and Molasses bullshit, McHenry, Cruiser and Molasses.
I say the same thing with them too.
How they've been, and he was airing their shit as well. She said she didn't want it public. She did start talking because they had already been talking, and it turned out to be more than CJ thought he was getting into. But I told him, I was like, dude, of course that's what's gonna happen. Are you kidding me? Getting involved in these people's relationship, even though they say they're not in a relationship. When you're fucking around with someone, it gets complicated when you like it's reoccurring, right? And they acted like they wanted to be together, right? But he wouldn't commit. So
yeah, and I said the same thing. I said,
poor girl, I feel bad for her actually.
I do too a little bit, but I also understand like a position of like it doesn't seem like he kept it from her that he didn't want to be in a relationship.
Yeah,
so,
It seemed like
he was very open about that from the start. That he never went to be
like get too mad at him because he made
the problem is some people kid themselves that they're okay with it, or maybe are okay with it at first. I think she probably didn't foresee herself. Because the thing about her is she likes to be the cool girl, the chill. I hang out, I do whatever. She likes to be like, I'm like that too. But I think she's not being as self-aware with that, and I think that's where it all went downhill. Yeah.
He expected like that she would stay in that same mindset of no emotion involved or whatever, wanting to be serious, like taking something to another level. He expected for her to remain that way. And I mean, I told him in that stream, women are more emotional. They can be more emotional sometimes. And sometimes
and I
develop attachment, like
you got to have rules when you're doing that, and they have to be very cut and dry, and you have to follow through. And one of those rules has to be if somebody catches feelings and the other one doesn't, cut everything off. You do not fuck again. You don't sit there calling on the phone for hours like they're talking about. You have to end it. You end
and that's
it.
what I said in my stream. I said, It was like, let the boiling pot like simmer down, like something like that. And I said basically like
they kept going.
Yeah, you need to just take time away. It doesn't mean you can't be friends in the future. It just means that
have
maybe
some distance for a minute.
Disconnection and distance, because that's really, I think, what's needed if they just want to be friends. And I think they both want each other in each other's lives, just not like that way anymore. You know, that's what I think. And so that's going to take time, because she obviously developed feelings, and that's okay, because like women are more emotional.
The other thing too, though, is we have to acknowledge that nowadays everyone thinks they gotta be the cool girl. There's the cool girl monologue in the movie Gone Girl is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Search for that clip on YouTube if you're ever curious, anyone, but it's the best shit ever. But anyway, the point is, everybody nowadays, they're so about, oh, I want to be the cool girl. I don't want to seem uptight. I don't want to seem this, that, or the other. Well, guess the fuck what? Most people that are worth the fuck are not going to be the cool girl all the time. If you find someone that's worth keeping, they're going to know what they want. You know, they're going to go after what they want. They're not just going to be a people pleaser that changes to her man.
Exactly.
I mean, sure, there's compromise in a relationship or whatever. You figure it out, it's give and take. But when it comes to things like everyone wants to be the girl that the guy is just going to stay in love with because she's so easy to be around. You can't maintain that because it's not real. And that's why when these problems occur, while you're not being true to yourself, are real.
Yeah.
You know, I think
that's always important, to always remain, true to yourself, but also understand the people in a relationship.
Definitely. I never pretend if I'm interested in somebody, I never pretend that I don't get jealous for nothing, but I don't pretend like, oh, I never get jealous. That's just a silly emotion. I'm not going to play like that, because I know that later down the line when it happens, So
have you ever had like any like affiliation, like have you ever been like cussed out or anything by like Rich Life or anything like that? Because I know Maree was on and CJ stuck up for Maree and his mods, and he literally, Rich Life told, RSN basically that he's not going to come on his channel because he did that, which I think is so stupid, because like Maree had nothing to do with anything that was going on from Rich Life. So why should Maree, be like cussed out or something like that when she's just, doing the best she can, like in every situation.
You fucking bums. Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't get that by him, but I was listening to it, and I saw what people were saying in chat, and that's the crazy
that was
thing.
like the third or fourth time too that he's come at us.
He couldn't handle the community because he heavily moderates his stuff and deletes anyone that so, but the crazy part is he expected CJ to disown his own audience. Yeah, right. Like, who would do that? No creator would do that. It's their audience.
I know. Like, I'm sitting there like, what does he want me to do? I mean, that's what his channel is anyway, is he sits there and just screams at trolls. At least that's what I've seen. I don't know. So I figured that was how it is, and like, but I can't ban the whole chat, I literally the entire chat.
That would be like not existing at that point.
Like, is that but we do have the rules. Like, the only thing that we ban is like racism, doxing, any talk about children or like family members or anything like that.
Yeah,
that's just some basic stuff
in my channel. That's what I do over here too. That's like very logical and obvious to do that.
Yeah. But like, if it's just people that don't like you, and his community happens to not like him for whatever reason, like, he can't change their mind, especially when he comes on CJ's stream and is calling them fucking bums in one breath, and then the next one ask him for them them to donate.
I was gonna say that. In 1 minute it'd be fuck you guys, da da da, and then give me money. I need a vehicle.
And then like the people that did donate, because I know quite a few people that did, he's basically saying like that's not good enough. Y'all need to buy me a car. And I'm like,
Yeah.
are you
Yeah.
kidding me right now?
When he said
Like,
I actually like kind of took a step back and I had to pause it and think, did he just actually say that?
yeah, he was so rude. I mean, I just
Ugh.
and it was like,
How
you
dare
know,
you.
multiple times. And I'm just like, well, fuck you. Don't fucking come back. I mean, that's not my channel. I can't tell him, but
Yeah.
that's how I feel about
understand
it. Like,
You know, him and Real Steve have always had a decent relationship or whatever, and that's cool for them to have. Ooh. I like it.
Yeah, I get when you're a
Like,
streamer,
you know,
you don't always want to burn every bridge and you want to keep it amiable at least. And I think that's what he's trying to do right now, even though he doesn't want to go on there again. I think he's trying to keep it from being a future enemy or some shit, you know?
Which is totally fine, you know, like they can have a friendship or something like that. It's just like I think that when, you know, Real Stream News, like obviously and very well should have stuck up for his mods and his community, you know, he just doesn't have the same method as Rich Life. And so that makes them incompatible streamers, and that's fine. But, you know, maybe Rich Life can just take a second and grow up and realize that he's been on YouTube. And so if you're putting yourself on YouTube, you're putting yourself into a like judgment zone category, to be honest.
yeah. And, you know, like CJ even offered him in private and on live stream for him because supposedly he's so horrible. And it was CJ and multiple other people offered him to stay at his house, you know.
Yeah.
And then they've been friends, like they talk and stuff. And so it's just, I don't.
When he
I don't
turned
like
that
how
down,
he,
that told me, because the other people offered him, and I
yeah,
could
the
understand
people
him
that
saying
live in
no, but
Kentucky
CJ talked to
that
him. Yeah. Yeah.
then you're not suffering too much if you literally like people that can literally come get you. They're right
Yeah.
there in the
I
same
don't know
state.
how well he knew. I
Yeah,
don't know how well he knew
like
the
4
people in
people. What was it?
Kentucky,
4 or
but
5 people? 4 or 5 people offered to come get him and like let him stay at their place for a minute until he got things together and could figure things out. He just was just like, no, that just to me says, and furthermore,
most people don't even have that. Most people wouldn't have one person offering. He's such an ungrateful little cunt. That pissed me off.
Oh,
It did.
I know. I finally lost my shit over
I said the
him.
C
Like,
word.
God.
Sorry, everyone.
it's okay.
It pissed me off so bad. Did you see, though, there's the video where I think it was the person from Kentucky. They played his video back when he had first gotten the accident, and they were saying it was just a little fender bender, and that this is all a big ruse to get money and insurance fraud. I don't know.
Well,
Allegedly,
I
don't know.
I don't think the accident was planned.
No.
I don't really, I mean, everyone has their own opinion. I don't think it was his fault because like that car came out of nowhere in the middle of the night on a dark ass highway, but everyone has a different opinion about that. I don't think it was his fault.
And I don't think it's planned. I don't think it was his fault. Just the way he handled it is, I mean,
the first night that it happened, it was awesome. Like people that don't even like him were all like, you know, hoping he was okay. They were offering him places to stay. They were donating money. It was like really awesome to see that. But then he just got so greedy. He's just like, nope, y'all ain't doing good enough.
See, I was trying to catch up at work. I was listening to some things as it happened, but then some things I had to play catch up, and then some stuff got deleted, and I'm like, damn. So it's kind of crazy. And I didn't even see the initial response of people even that didn't like him offering. That's wild. I knew people were offering and stuff like that, but I didn't know even people that didn't like him were being supportive like that. That is really amazing, actually.
Yeah. And then he
fucked it up.
Was so ungrateful. Yeah, I know. If he would have came on CJ's stream with a different attitude, I think he probably would have gotten a lot of help, a lot more. I mean, I think he still did, but he just kept saying, nope, but y'all aren't doing enough. You just need to buy me a brand new fucking RV or van or whatever. And it's just like, are you serious, guy? Like, you are so ungrateful. I've seen so many people step up for him.
Yes. Yeah. Like, I think over $400 was donated to him. That's a lot of money to be shitting on people.
And one night, you know.
Like, yeah, I was gonna say that wasn't even the course of the whole ordeal, was it? It was.
He's still going through it right now. Like, he's still going through it, even though like he was just like on stream bragging about some new shoes and going to the casino. He said
he got the insurance money, right, or whatever. He got what was it? He got a payout of something. Because he bragged about that.
Did he really?
Well, I don't think he's gotten it yet.
Oh, he might have been bragging about getting it, maybe.
Because now he's like, I don't know. It seems like he ran out of
his deposit back. He probably just got his deposit back.
Oh, maybe. He was. I just know he was bragging about some check, and it was so gross to listen to. I couldn't sit there and hear the whole thing.
Well, he talks about like getting a disability check every month. He always talks about that. Like, everyone knows that he gets a disability check, but he got that plus all these donations, and it seems like he's spent it now, and now he's going back to like, I don't know, ask for money again.
Wow. Oh.
But he went to the casino and like bought new shoes and like, you know, stuff like that.
Did he gamble?
Wait, did he really go to gamble?
I'm assuming, like, I doubt if he just went there and sat there.
Oh, God.
No. Nobody give him money ever. Like, he'll just gamble it away. Like, what the?
Well, I'm not. Like, if he's gonna sit there and say, I don't care if I give you $2 like, and then that's just so disrespectful to come back and say, well, that's not good enough. Like, you need to give me more.
Well, I've been saying this time and time and again. There's been way more GoFundMe fraudulent, or even just like people just being shady as fuck. Just really, like, don't just donate to people, you know? Like, just vet your people better. Like, I get it. People want to help. They want to be generous, whatever. But people, especially during this pandemic and things, there's so many scams going on and so many people. And it is very sad that through a pandemic, people become even more vicious. But there's so many scams. And you also see people just getting more desperate, even people just e-begging more, and it's just I mean,
normally if I choose to give money to somebody, I don't give a shit what they do with it. I don't really care what Rich did with his money. I just don't like how he was telling people that did decide to give to him, that's not enough. You need to do more.
Yeah, that's really messed up. Yeah, I do care where the money goes. I'm not gonna lie. If it's a small donation, like a couple bucks, I don't care. But if it's like I'm having a tragedy right now, I do want to see. There was only one time I accepted a donation, and it was I had to get an oral surgery, and I saved nearly everything myself. There was just a couple $100 I needed at the end, and this was like luckily it was like I don't know, it was $1,000 that I had to pay out of pocket, and the people that donated the money, the rest that I needed, I get it, with receipts it's difficult because you don't want to dox yourself, and I didn't show it to my whole channel. I didn't, but I showed it to the people that donated, and I covered like the address of the place and all that. But I showed them, you could get the printout where it just says the money shit. And I showed them that, and they trusted me enough. They knew me very well, so they trusted me enough, but I just showed them that just to be like, hey, I got it done. I mean, they knew I got it done because my face wasn't fucking puffy, and I wasn't like, and I was actually able to stream again. But I just did that just to, I don't know. I felt better just showing them. They were all insulted that I showed them pretty much though, because they're like, we're not down at you. But I felt better doing that because honestly, I don't want anyone to have to I do think there is a line though, because sometimes people demand medical records and crazy shit when it's a whole audience demanding that and people that don't even know them. You should never give out your personal information like that, right? There's a line. There's a line there. And a lot of people do demand, they get entitled and demand information that they shouldn't do. And had these people not been like really close to me, I wouldn't have even showed them what I did. But I do think like there are ways to show a receipt without doxing yourself or whatever, just to show like, okay, say there's a GoFundMe to purchase something, show the receipt of purchasing the thing, cover like the address part or whatever, but show the item. Just be like, I got it, you know, kind of thing. That's if like a lot of money is being donated towards stuff. If it's just regular super chats, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't give a shit.
No, the thing is, whenever anybody has ever donated to me, that's if I have it on. Like sometimes I won't even have it on because sometimes that's just really not what I'm about. Like I don't want, if I know I'm gonna be talking about a certain thing in a stream, I won't turn it on because I just know. And so I like don't really care about that. But whenever anybody has ever done that for me, I always make sure it goes to my channel. Like I'll like buy a new banner, or I'll set up like, you know, a merch situation. I have like a merch line. I just don't ever link it, but I should. And so, yeah, like I do that type of stuff, but to me, it's never been truly about that.
Yeah. Well,
I think that's a good idea to if you want to grow your channel, that's a good idea.
Yeah, put the money back in. Or even if I knew a creator was just putting it towards, like, I'm not going to pocket watch people if it's just like little super chats, but I'm talking about when it's a big item or when these are like big donations. That's where I'm a little more like, I do not trust people. I don't know. I'm just someone where I know a lot of people like to be positive and give people benefit of the doubt. I'm wary of people, okay, that do that stuff. So, like my parents are elderly and all the scams going on right now. I feel like every second I have to babysit them and be, no, there's a scam. Don't. Like it just, I don't know, maybe years of doing that has jaded me. I don't know.
Well, I try because I've been hurt a few times, you know, obviously in my life. Like, and I try to always just take each person by like, you know, how they are towards me, and like if we vibe well, we vibe well. If we don't, we don't. Like I have vibed very well, and I have literally not been able to get through a conversation with somebody. So it's just really like per basis situation for me. And I'm not picky. Like I love all different types of people, but I'm just not going to play with the fake bullshit, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, if I feel a certain way about someone, I just wouldn't donate to them, you know.
I think
I would never have to ask for receipts or nothing. I don't think I'd ever put myself in a position to be like, oh, I need proof that you bought this or that or whatever. Yeah.
No, I agree with you there. I'm mostly talking generally about, but yeah, I wouldn't donate to anyone I don't like because I don't give a shit that someone takes money that, like, if it's my hard-earned money, so yeah, I don't want a fucko to have it. So yeah. But I do get sometimes people have bleeding hearts. Like not everyone's a nice box like I am. So, you know, I understand like if someone's going through something, especially live, they're like, oh, you know, we wanted to, like with Rich Life, how people wanted to help him. And it's so sad to see that their generosity, to see them be treated like that. It just really pissed me off.
Yeah.
I was like, how can someone,
exactly. That was
grimy.
For anybody to ever say anything like that, to turn around and say, well, y'all didn't do enough, you know, and basically demand more while you're calling them all kinds of crazy names. And Then trying to demand the YouTuber to ban his chat, like his audience, his subscribers.
Yeah, he also broke like
another YouTuber giving you access to a different type of audience, and you're sitting there telling him, ban your chat and your mods suck. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? He's got a wild hair up his ass.
And that was multiple times of him saying it. So I finally got sick of it. I'm sitting here being nice to him like every time he comes on and whatever. I've gone and hung out in his live streams a few times and said hi and whatever. And so yeah, don't come at us like that. Damn. Like there's people, everyone has people that don't like you on YouTube, and if you're a YouTuber, and that seems like his whole channel. If you've ever been there, that's all he does is yell at people that he doesn't like.
I don't know how he has an audience with how he does that. I really don't. I mean, it's one thing when, you know, certain people...
It's gonna run out. It really is. Like, I've seen it happen before. It happened with Didi. Didi had... Yeah, and he literally would just start cussing people out and blocking everybody, and then his audience started to get smaller and smaller and smaller, and so...
I can't even watch that stuff. It like gives me anxiety and stresses me out, and I'm sitting here like, okay, I can't watch this, because when someone acts that way, you know, like...
Yeah, no, he would like... he would invite people on his stream and then just... mute them, and that's not, it wasn't even just like with this one bro. It was with other people, and he would do that, and it's just like, man, that's not cool. But like at the same time, if I understand muting somebody that, you know, you don't necessarily want to talk to or something like that, because then if they get like a link or something like that, they can, you know, do that type of stuff. But at the same time, like, you know, if you invited him on, that's a different thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd be pissed if somebody, like, I had a confrontation with, invited me on a stream, and then they muted me. Like,
I'd be pissed too. I'd be like, what the hell?
Because you're just like, because it makes it look like you're just sitting there and whatever. I don't know. I just, that's shady.
It is.
Well, and all this is going on after he talks so much shit of his ex. And then, like, this is the other crazy thing, too. We saw how disgusting he was there, and then he's still getting all this help. It's like, God, he's just a shit person, okay? He's just, he frustrates me so much. How does he... Yes, he will lose his audience. He'll lose everyone.
Yeah, everybody I know always says something about me that's like, everybody always says the same thing. They're like, when you get mad, you sound fucking hella Italian. And it's so true, though. They're like, oh shit, her accent's coming out. We know she's really pissed. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm Italian, but I try, like, I'm usually pretty chill, but then people underestimate, and then the fucking demon comes out, and I'm like, yeah, no, we're not playing. I'll fuck you up. But anyway, I can tell this guy has not had... one of these days, he's going to piss the wrong person off. It's crazy that he's driving around the country. I could see him saying some dumb shit, just getting his ass beat. Like, in the wrong city, wrong day, wrong time. What?
Didn't he have this situation happen the other day?
I don't know. Did he?
I don't know. I remember Elvis Travels had an altercation. Remember Elvis Travels?
And somebody like tried to get at him or something.
Wasn't that Elvis Travels, or was that Rich Life?
No, I don't watch Elvis Travels. He's another one.
He's another one. Disgusting.
He's disgusting.
As DJ Khaled said, another one.
You know what? I would love to fucking cuss that motherfucker out.
I need to get a soundboard. I'm gonna get a soundboard, guys, because that's so funny.
My fucking mobster comes out with certain things. You know what's great? Lisa cussed out Elvis Travels.
Did she really? I missed that.
You little bitch boy, you little bitch. Oh, it was beautiful.
Oh my God.
And I said in that chat, I stan you, Lisa. In that moment I did, because you know what? There's nothing like an alpha female taking down a beta that believes he's an alpha, and she fucking pissed on his face in that moment with words. It was beautiful. It was so, I was just like, yes, thank you. You're saying the things
And
I
this
want
is
to
how
say.
I can tell you're Italian, because of like your like, it's almost just like calligraphy in the way that you cuss. It's so beautiful.
It runs in my family. My
It's
mom
like, it's not just cussing and saying when you're mad, it's literally an art form.
Thank you. That's like the best compliment I've gotten in a long time.
Sorry.
You're a great cusser.
I'm an ego boner, you know. My invisible dick is so hard. I can't handle it.
For me, I think I might have Tourette's. I'm going to be honest. I honestly think I might, and it's okay because I'm not even ashamed if I do. But like at the same time, I think I might.
No, I think, yeah, that was a great compliment. I enjoyed that. There was one other person. Were we going to talk about or no? Am I wrong?
What do you think about Trisha Paytas?
Oh, she's a fucking... Oh, don't get me started on her. I'll say some bad shit.
Oh. I mean, she's a chicken nugget. How much can you like really say about a chicken nugget? You got certain sauces you can dip the chicken nugget into, but really the sauces stay the same.
Yeah,
That's a nice
felt
way to
like,
put it.
no, when she was doing that stuff, saying she identified as different things, I really thought that she was mocking, you know,
Me too. She's mocking the community, and that to me is horrible. Like, you are making a mockery of certain things that actually matter to a lot of people, and how dare you?
And then she does that stuff, and then she turns around and plays a victim. It drives me crazy when people do things like that.
Yeah,
like she'll do that and mock the fuck out of a whole community, and then turn around and do a crying, sobbing video, crying on her kitchen floor.
That's what bothers me even more than, and this is gonna be, that's why I said we're not the same person. People don't blame them for what I'm about to say. Her crying on the floor bothers me because, like, if a troll goes out there, and even if they're offensive, but they don't do the victim shit after, at least I can be like, well, I don't agree with it, but they're doing their shtick and they're going full throttle with it. With her, she does the back and forth. She does the, she'll sit there, she'll fucking troll a community. She'll be completely like, and I'm not even a PC person, but even I have lines, and even I understand how fucked that is. So, and then she goes and does all that. But yes, then she plays the victim crying on the floor. It was me all this.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it, like, own it, just own it and go with it. If that's what you're gonna be and do, then just go with
when
it.
You post something, I've always checked with anybody I'm close with, like, like, for example, my husband, is this okay to post? And I'll get like the okay go, and he'll be like, yeah.
Oh, and you're so good. I don't do that.
I am good. Loyal bitch. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a loyal bitch.
People will tell me no with everything. No.
No, I literally, I told my mom not even to like watch my YouTube channel. Like, mom, don't even watch it. Don't watch it.
But that's the thing.
Yeah, like, talking about this stuff, I don't think I would want my family, because they would have no clue.
My mom,
like, what the hell are you doing?
Nobody in my real life even knows this is going on ever. Okay,
well,
none of them know I do this.
Well, my husband knows anything in my real life ever happened was because somebody doxed and tried to contact my family, and so that's otherwise, before then, it was private.
Yeah, then you like have to tell them because of some crazy.
Well, and if you have you're married, you guys have men in your life, so if you have like a relationship, they're gonna know. But hell, no one I ever would date would be watching this shit.
Yeah.
and exactly.
No, my husband doesn't like watch any of this stuff, but he hears about it. Like, obviously, you know, whatever. I've tried talking to him about it. He's just like, "What the hell?"
They don't care.
Like, yeah, no, same thing.
What are you talking about?
I keep it separate. My husband came on like a few times, and he just like would chat, but like he did not like all the attention because like it was. He didn't like what people were saying about what he was doing. He's like, I don't want that in my life. So I was like, okay, I'm good for it. And he's like, he didn't want
it's a good
he'll come
thing.
on and say hi. He'll say hi, but he won't like, you know, invest like into being on it all the time because like people would just make up crazy stuff. But at the same time, you know, I had it go so far that somebody reached out to my best friend who took her own life, and it's a very touchy subject. It's hard for me to even talk about without crying, but like honestly, reached out and started publishing some of her old posts to just get at me. And I literally had to contact the mother of my best friend and let her know what was going on. So like there's some dark shit that I've had to go through and other people have had to go through that had nothing to do with anything because of the fact that somebody decided to go into my real life and wanted to just be an asshole. And so
absolutely horrible.
Also, like the weird thing too is this kind of stuff used to happen when people had bigger channels, and it happens like small channels now, and it's just crazy. I used to think, oh, I'll go on camera, I'll get because I have a shit webcam for my computer, even though my computer is decent. I don't know, it just came with a potato camera, but I was like, okay, I'll get a webcam. But after seeing like the level, and it was never like, even when I joined YouTube, it was pretty far gone, but it's even gotten worse just from when I started with my old channel. I used to go on cam in my old channel, but now I'm just like, I don't even fucking want to. And I'm not worried about myself, but yeah, I don't want anyone that like attached to me or anything, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what I care about.
On a side note, guys, I've been thinking about getting a new tattoo on my neck.
Oh, now it's moved on to your neck. At least it's not gonna be on your face, because I don't think you should do that to your face.
No face tattoos. Oh my god, I know.
I was gonna get a fly tattoo. I was gonna get a fly. Honestly, I was.
What?
No.
I
know.
I know that's kind of crazy. I know that's kind of crazy, but like at the same time, you can really have some cool ass artwork done if you get the right tattoo artist.
Oh, I know. I actually, I have.
But it doesn't have to be on your face.
Right, exactly. I was gonna say,
because like you can do your own artwork on your face, like especially you. I've seen you do it with makeup and stuff,
right?
Or paint or whatever.
You're right. I probably shouldn't do that. That was extreme. That was like, I don't even know what, just like a wild hair up my ass or some type of shit,
just
right?
Because it will look cool in the moment doesn't mean you want it there forever. You know what I mean?
True. But I recently got my newest tattoo. It was like 4 or 5 months ago, but I got an octopus on my hand.
Oh, that's cute.
I dated a tattoo artist, and now I have a fucked up arm that I'm gonna need to get finished, and it looks like I'm so annoyed. He wasn't a bad tattoo artist, but we started a project and I decided he's a life piece of shit. I needed him out of my life. So now here I am, like time's passed and it's still fucked up. It's like
you didn't get to finish it.
I just saw a tattoo artist and got a consultation this, that, and the other, but they're kind of we had all those power outages here, and so it kind of made them a little backlogged. So I said, it's fine, whatever. I've lived with this for, I don't know, fucking almost not quite a year, but I've lived with this for a while now. I don't know how many months. But I do want to at least fix.
There's like so many tattoos I want to get though. Like, oh my gosh, I want to get like a décolleté tattoo. I want to get a décolleté tattoo, which is like your chest. So you can either call it like your chest or your like décolleté, but that's the area.
No, I'm just kidding.
And so I want to get like my neck tattooed. I want to get like full sleeves on both sides, legs tattooed. Like I
want my.
covered.
I always was gonna have sleeves, and I want to have a lot of tattoos too. I have 8 so far. I don't like small tattoos.
Do you have any tattoos, Maree? Do you have any tattoos?
Yeah, I
have one.
Oh,
I have pages.
So,
I have tattoos.
You're in the tattoo family.
Flippering. Yeah,
But I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, guys. It was so awesome having you guys on.
Okay.
All right, it was fun hanging out.
It was fun. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I'll see you guys later.
All right, bye.